Alright guys, that's right, the giveaway is in full effect. It was released yesterday, the video was put out there. I don't know how well it's doing at this point because this video is recorded beforehand. But hopefully it's going well. Hopefully you guys are getting an opportunity to get your tickets in. Once again, there's a bunch of ways to get a single ticket for just free. You don't have to do anything. If you do join the membership of this channel, of course, then you will get 3 extra tickets as a thank you for joining the membership. You can either do supporter or you can go ahead and jump in and we'll give you a sponsorship so you'll be able to get your name on the beginning of this video, just in this kind of positioning right here. But other than that, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the top 10 alternate cards from Crown Zenith. That's right, Crown Zenith is coming out in just 2 weeks. And so today I'd like to take a look at some of the potential alternate art cards that will be in that set. Alright guys, as you know, Crown Zenith is just packed full of alternate art cards. There is a ton of things going on in this set, and if half of this or 3/4 of this translates into the English version, there is going to be a lot. Even some of the basic cards look fantastic inside of this set, and it will be an awesome addition to your Sword and Shield era cards. Definitely a beautiful layout of alternate arts that are coming out, and today I'm going to put up my list of the top 10 cards that I will be searching for and chasing in this set if they do come through. Now, once again, I have not been able to find a full list yet of actual cards at the recording of this. I'm sure as we get closer, we'll be seeing them come out. I know that the MeTBs will start showing up. People will start doing rip and ships here at any minute. And when they do so, then that card list will become available finally that we've been waiting for, but we have not seen it yet. So what I'm doing is I'm going through and looking at different sites with what the potentials are or the most likely cards that are going to come through, and I hope they do. I hope these cards actually do all make it through because they are definitely some of the chase cards that I am looking for in this set. So if you have not seen V-Star Universe, I will scroll through right now, and you can see all of the beautiful cards that are available inside of the set when it comes down to that alternate art or that Galarian Gallery that they put at the end of this. Once again, there is a lot to offer in the V-Star Universe set. Hopefully, most of this, or the most good portion of this alternate art and this Galarian Gallery, translate into the English Crown Zenith. Once again, do not know 100% for sure, and we'll be knowing that probably fairly quickly. But once again, beautiful cards, beautiful opportunities. So, without further ado, why don't we just jump into the top 10 cards that I believe will be number 1, investable, number 2, great for a collection piece, and number 3, I just want them because they are beautiful looking artworks. So, starting out at number 10. Number 10, I come in here with the Riku V. Once again, coming in with one of the legendary beasts. This is a beautiful card rendition of an alternate art. This one is definitely one of those ones that I want to collect for my full beast collection. Definitely a beautiful alternate art. Definitely one of those ones that will stand out in that collection. Once again, I love this card. I think that they did a fantastic job on most of these alternate arts, but this one in particular, I do really like the way that this card turned out. I think it's going to be a strong presence in the English market. Once again, the legendary beasts sometimes do pull out really good, and you'll see later on we're going to have another one on this list. So once again, this is the first one I'm putting on here. Riku, not as big as the one that's further up on the list, but definitely one of those very good chase cards when it comes down to the Pokemon TCG in the English version. I think this will be a great addition to anybody's overall investment and gallery at the end of the day. Moving on to number 9. Okay, number 9, we've got the Hisuian Zorark V-Star. That's right, another one of these beautiful alternate arts. The way the artistry is done on this is fantastic. It stands out. It's very, very clean. There's a lot of detail inside of this card, and once again, when I see these really detailed cards, I am loving them more and more and more. If you've ever noticed on my top 10 lists, I tend to go after detailed cards rather than the simplistic alternate arts, and this is the reason why. They really are a eye catcher inside of a collection. They look really good on your shelf. If you look at these cards, there's more and more detail, and the more you look at it, the more you see, which really makes them stand out extremely well in a collection. And I love this Hisuian Zorark. Once again, Zorark is a very playable card. I like playing the Zorark decks. I've done really well with that in play, and bringing this alternate art into this is definitely a great opportunity to add that to your collection and just a memory of this card as we move forward into, of course, Scarlet and Violet. Moving on to number 8. Number 8, I've got the Deoxys V-Star. Again, Deoxys coming up again. He had a promotional box here in the Sword and Shield era. Not really a big presence so far, but definitely coming out with a bang here at the end with this, of course, beautiful artwork on this V-Star that they're bringing up at the end. Once again, I love Deoxys. I always liked Deoxys when I seen that first come out. Once again, one of those great characters in the Pokemon TCG, has a good backstory with EX Deoxys back in the day. So definitely a multi-generational jumping point right here with this Deoxys. Definitely something that I think will do extremely well in the future. Deoxys fans definitely are getting a beautiful card to wrap up the Sword and Shield era with this particular V-Star. Once again, eye-catching, very detailed artwork, very nice to have in a collection, very, very good for someone to stand and find more detail as time goes on in this card. So moving on to number 7. Number 7, I've got the Zorark V-Star. Once again, bringing in a beautiful modern Pokemon into the era here. This is another one of those very detailed artworks that I do enjoy a lot. Zorark is definitely getting a great presence ever since the Chilling Reign release with its first alternate art. This is a second alternate art in the V-Star universe, and it's definitely not disappointing in any ways. This card looks fantastic. It's a beautiful artwork rendition. It's definitely working with those Zorark fans and definitely building a good alternate art background going from the V now going into this V-Star. So definitely a good moving up point for this particular character and definitely a great rendition, a great standout in some of those Zorark Aura collections that are coming up and definitely growing as this hobby gets bigger. Some of these Pokemon from recent times are now starting to get popularity and starting to see a little bit of a movement. So I think that this one will do extremely well futuristically also, but it also looks really good in your collection. Definitely one of those collection pieces that I want to get and definitely one of those investment points that I want to hold on to because I think that this will do really well. Moving on to number 6. Number 6, I brought in the Darkrai V-Star. Again, bringing back an older Pokemon back into a modern alternate art. Once again, this is a little bit more of a simplistic artwork, but overall, Darkrai holds a particular value when it comes down to cards in the Pokemon TCG. This is another one of those very nice cards where, to me, I maybe put a Zorark on this position and move Darkrai back one, but overall, I think Darkrai's got a little bit bigger of a fan favorite. Being a dark Pokemon and being in a position that he is, I think that this one will do a little bit better than Zorark at the end of the day. I think overall, great artwork, great alternate art, definitely giving one of those Pokemon that's gotten a few promos, got its first little V-Star there back in Astral Radiance, and now getting a very nice alternate art card that we've said was missed when it came down to Astral Radiance. We all kind of hoped for a Darkrai alternate art in Astral Radiance, did not get it, but it did not hurt it when it comes back to it now. So now here it is, the alternate art that we were all hoping for, and I definitely think that this will be a great collection piece at the end of the day. Darkrai, one of those fan favorite dark Pokemon, that will be a great investment overall. And it's also a nice artwork to add to a Darkrai collection. So it's definitely a multi-purpose item when it comes down to this list. Now, moving on to number 5. Before I get too hard into number 5, I can tell you guys I'm not going to continue to do these top 10s for very much longer. It's just a lot of things fell in at the end of the year. Of course, we've got all our top 10s from last year moving forward. And of course, the new release of Crown Zenith right here at the beginning of the year really brings a lot of stuff together at the end of the day. So guys, I can tell you right now, top 10s are going to end after this. This is going to be the last one, but I definitely want to bring this information to you so you guys have a little bit of an expectation for what's coming and maybe a first view at some of these cards that are going to be showing up here when it comes down to Crown Zenith. So moving on, we're going to go into number 5. Number 5, I have this Arceus V-Star Gold card. Now, this is going to be the only gold card. You could put probably maybe all of them together as one big grouping because some people do want these because they do almost make a mural if you lay them out on the table together or put them up together. They can kind of make a little mural. But overall, I think the Arceus is going to do extremely well out of this. And once again, they got a Pokemon standing up above everybody, standing up tall and proud. This is the alternate art that I think a lot of us kind of wished we would have seen with Arceus, but they do bring it once again at the end here with Crown Zenith and, of course, V-Star Universe. Awesome artwork, awesome gold card. This is a gold card, but it's an alternate art in the same sense by the way the artwork is done in here. It's a great depiction using that gold color, making it look like it's like the creation of all of time right in these pictures. So once again, the 4 of these together make a great artwork, but I think overall, I think Arceus is going to be the top dog when it comes down to these gold cards. You could maybe make an argument for Garantina, but I like Arceus better, so that's why he ended up taking this number 5 spot. Moving on to number 4. Number 4, I slipped in the other legendary beast that I was talking about with Sweeteon. That's right, Sweeteon V alternate art coming to you straight out of this set is another beautiful rendition of Sweeteon. Definitely that alternate art that we've been wishing for and hoping for with some of these legendary beasts, and this is not one that's going to disappoint. Overall, Sweeteon always does extremely well, down from a baby shiny to its Vs to even any of its other forms that we've seen in the Pokemon TCG. But overall, this rendition and this alternate art is going to be a fantastic buy, guys. And it is a beautiful artwork, beautiful card. Overall, one of those cards that you're going to want to have if you are a Sweeteon collector or if you are a legendary beast collector. It's just awesome. I love this rendition. I wish I would put a little bit higher, but that tells you how much more or better cards are still to come with it being in this number 4. I think that there's some other great artworks that are coming up. Some of them may be a little bit sickening, but overall, I still think that they're going to be your hottest tickets when it comes down to this platform. Moving on to number 3. Number 3, I've got the Mewtwo V-Star. Once again, here's the alternate art that I think we've all wanted from Mewtwo. Once again, one of those great artist renditions inside of here of a very detailed, the more you look, the more you see, the more you look at this card, the more Pokemon that pop out, the more detail there is, the more that's happening in it. And these cards are fantastic. I really like the artwork that's being done on these particular cards like this. I just like artwork where the more you have to look at it, the more you see, the better you like the card because you missed more details. It may take you a long time to catch all the details in this card, which is what's going to be a driving factor of it for its popularity. That Mewtwo, my boy, is getting one more card here as an alternate art. To me, this is the alternate art that we wished and dreamed of, and here it is in its glory right here at the end of the Sword and Shield era with this Crown Zenith. Once again, beautiful rendition, beautiful addition for this Mewtwo. This is a Mewtwo I think will do fantastic in the long run, and this is a Mewtwo that people are really going to want for that alternate art collection. Moving on to number 2, we're going to put in the Leafeon V Star. That's right, this is where I said it gets a little monotonous, that we're putting more evolutions at the top of the list. Let's be honest, guys, they're a hot topic in the English market, and once again, they do not disappoint. They bring in some really hot ones here with this Leafeon V Star. Beautiful artwork again for this alternate art. This alternate art overall is a standout-ish inside of your Evolution collection, inside of your Leafeon collection, whatever you're using it for. Definitely a good alternate art to be putting out there. Definitely going to be one of those ones that's going to stand out, and definitely one of the ones that I want to get as soon as possible because I feel the pricing on this is going to go up rather quickly. And once again, all these figurements are all based on how the pull rates actually turn out. I'm going off the basis that all pull rates are equal, all pull rates are going to be the same. There are a lot of V-Stars in here, so the V-Stars are definitely going to be probably a little bit easier to pull. Some may be easier to pull than others. Once again, once those pull rates, this list may change at that point. But this is why I say these are my chase cards too. I want these cards. These are the cards I want in the order I want them and where I would place them on priority of getting them. So once again, this Leafeon alternate V-Star, great rendition. Once again, throwing in that V-Star, not just the box art or the box promo, an actual alternate art with a Leafeon V-Star. Definitely something you're going to want to get for an investment and for your Evolution collection. Moving on to number 1. Number 1, we're going to slide in here with the final card, which is going to be the Glacier Evolution from V-Star Universe. Once again, beautiful rendition. Definitely going to be one of those fan favorites. Going to be a really sought after card at the end of the day. Really chased. Going to be wanting to complete that Evolving Skies Evolution alternate art package, guys. If you're going to want to do that, you're going to be after these. You're going to want these for the collection. Once again, I love this artwork. It has done really well. It's Glaceon standing there, tall and proud, in the middle of the ice, doing what Glaceon does. And that's the biggest thing is when it comes to alternate art, when they look realistic sometimes, it's a really good rendition also. I like the detailed ones. I really do. The Mewtwo is probably more of my favorite type of artwork, but this is definitely another good way of representing these Pokemon in a real-world element of how they would be with the Leafeon and Glaceon here. But the Glaceon is definitely my number 1 chase. I think that this is a number 1 card right now in the V-Star universe and from, of course, Crown Zenith that'll come through that I really do want to get inside of my collection. So, once again, thank you for watching for this. This won't be a common thing. I'm going to be getting away from the top 10s again. I know it's just kind of fun at the end of the year to do top 10s. And then on top of it, we've got a new release of a product, which is going to be a heavy hitter inside of Sword and Shield to end it all off. So once again, beautiful artworks, beautiful opportunities inside of this. If you guys are definitely looking for some chase cards, I think that these will do all fantastic overall. I think a lot of these alternate arts will do really fantastic overall, but I think these ones are the ones that I personally rank a little bit higher than the rest of them, just because artwork, number one, number two, fan favorites, and number three, they're going to be needed for alternate art collections to try and finish them off, especially the Leafeon and Glacier. You're going to need them to fill in that Evolving Skies alternate art package for your evolutions, so it's definitely going to be a sought after Pokemon at the end of the day. Overall, guys, let me know, what do you think below? Are there any other ones that you would add? Maybe a little bit down the road when we get a little bit further, maybe check out and see how well these are doing when they actually get released. And maybe here in the near future, we'll be getting a full layout of what we are actually getting in this set. Once again, any of these may not make the list. I mean, from what I've been reading and the different sites I've been using, like Poke Beach, Poke Guardian and that, and putting it together, these should all be available, but we know that the Charizards are not going to make it through because they all came in the Charizard UPC. So we know that those are off the list. We do know that some of the other promos, like the Articuno, Moltres, and all those, are promo cards inside of the tins. So we do know where some of these placements are going of other ones that are being eliminated. But overall, guys, this is my list. This is where I think that this is going to fall, and this is the ones that I enjoy the most so far out of Crown Zenith. So once again, if you do like this kind of content and you do find this interesting, be sure you hit that subscribe. Be sure you hit that like. And once again, join the membership, guys. It helps us out a ton. We're going to be doing more stuff with members, member giveaways, member appreciations, and things like that as we move along here. So other than that, guys, if you do like this kind of content, as always, check out these two videos over here. This one is the giveaway, so hit that one to hear what's happening with the channel and hear the giveaway. Other than that, we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.